Royalties of peace, still in the storm, back to peace that has no storm, looking on to perfect peace. How are you all doing this beautiful Wednesday, my water day? Today is May 29th of 2024. May 29th of 2024. Monday was Memorial Day of the United States of America. May 27th of 2024. All about peace. Peace workers who have ascended. Honoring our peace workers who have ascended should be of us seeking peace of greater, learning from their mistakes, enabling lessons, while enduring their blessings. It is expected of us to be of our best. Last Wednesday, I did talk about Cameroon having war of the geography area, a war between the French and English. Understanding that the French have 8 provinces and the English 2 provinces, altogether 10. Normally, we are expecting when we talk about bilingual French and English equality, we're thinking about 5 provinces and 5 provinces, like both equal of provinces coming together. Here we are talking about just 2 English provinces compared to 8 French provinces. The dispute, I am still trying to really understand where we are resonating from. Also, considering the geographical area, the geographical zone where we come from, the English are so swelled with vegetation compared to the French, who are more of the white collar jobs of being in the offices and not really being that fruitful of the soil compared to the 2 English provinces. I'm still trying to understand where we are really falling apart. And that brings me back to the United States of America's Constitution and their building of of their Constitution and the building of our present United States of America today. A Constitution that started with the white people. Now, our Constitution. I must be very specific and significant so that we can really testify where I'm coming from. There is no way you can see only the tree without the roots. I can't just say, oh, it's the tree. I must also acknowledge the roots, even though they're hidden. The white constitution became a universal constitution. And I understand that they had a debate after going through the United States history of their development, our development today. I am a citizen of the United States of America, but a native of Cameroon, which makes me feel so much powerful of a being, understanding that Cameroon is the miniature of Africa and United States of America, America in general, is the miniature of our world when it comes to culturalism. When we talk about culture, it's amazing how all of this figurative only help us of the mind to realize that we are a one being called human race. Human race. What are these colors of race? When human race is one, what is black race? What is white race? The United States of America's Constitution enabled the dissolving of the dispute that was in between the young United States of America struggling with those that were looking outward, that were closer to the ocean compared to those inward. We were more of agriculture, and that brings me back to Cameroon and those inside those inside may be considered the center, but those outward, close to the ocean, were more richer than those inside because they were dealing with those outside, and especially with Britain, it's of all, which they were trying to avoid. So there was a conflict between these two, and they had to struggle about it until the Constitution dissolved this dispute, understanding that some were expecting everyone to focus on agriculture because it's agriculture that made them who they are. The agriculture is the roots, and manufacturing is the tree. So manufacturing is great; it brings in the money and all that, but it started with the roots. So it's always the same thing going on. What I'm understanding of the world, and I bet other countries will resonate the same if they really look inside of the problem we have. If we look at the core, the seed is always the same, never any difference. It's always about one being of the soil and the other of space. Space is more fancier than Earth, but guess what? Earth started this. It's Earth that enabled space. Yes, you may be living in Mars today, but it started with the Earth. So I'm trying to look at this. I'm trying for us to really work on our belonging together, being one, understanding that we are all about enlightenment. This is Enlightenment Chasers video. Continuing. This is chapter 3 of the Enlightenment Chasers video. Continuing and encouraging us to really look at ourselves universally, of politically, spiritually, culturally, universally, geographically, however we want to look at ourselves, we have to look at every aspect of us, none left behind. What is your value? Only meaning, can you remember who you were of origin? We are not these divisions, this diversity of our being. We are the mind, battlefield free of origin. Before, the question that enabled the pondering of the mind till today is still brainstorming and making complicated storming that we need to reverse from. These conflicts and bleeding of the fragile beings that we are making is very disrupting to reach our perfect being again. We need to stop hurting our fragile beings, the flesh, the trees, every existence. And that takes an orderly manner of those of short term solved to the long term. You cannot start solving a long term expecting it to complete today when the short term is not even touched. We must be able to put things accordingly. I'm so glad going to school. Nursing field has taught me a lot concerning solving problems, the short term versus the long term, and the care plan, the ADPI, the assessment before you, the diagnosis, and that process you have to follow cannot be disrupted. It must start of expected. Even if it has to be disrupted, that will be after you have started first of expected. And then little things will be happening that you may be trying to, but you must start of expected. There's a reason why you must attend elementary school in Cameroon. You must attend elementary school and complete elementary school being a child of the soil. You may not go to secondary school, but you must attend elementary school. Is what I've come to understand. I'm really I'm really, really interested to know more about what is going on. I cannot ignore my origin. I cannot ignore my forefathers. At the end, our forefathers of the world. Interesting how Cameroon is paving the world today, to my understanding of its beauty and even its map, more of like a woman, the Mother Earth, trying to divide today. I'm not understanding why. Whoever is trying to disrupt it, or whichever group must be doing it unknowingly. It's like one standing at the window, open window, with their eyes closed. First, you know they have a right mind because the window is open. They could open the window, but why is their eye, or why are their eyes closed? May be the question. Some may think maybe they're praying, maybe they're having meditation. Some may think maybe they're disrupted of the mind, not understanding that they're having a sight view and not blinded. They need to be able to have a therapeutic communication with each other to really to resonate of which is morning and which is night. When I'm passing by and I say good morning and you say good night, or when I'm passing by and you say good night and I'm like not able to respond, like should I say good night when it's morning? We have to be able to sit and therapeutic communicate, understand what's going on. Why the parables? What is not resonating? We need to be able to talk with each other. Some wanting to wipe out the earth, some wanting to keep the earth. Must we understand where it came from in the first place? What is this earth? Going back to space is not trying to make another earth, but going to the mind battlefield free. The true earth is battlefield free mind. It is time to focus on ourselves, stabilizing while encouraging others to stabilize. We cannot ignore any problem. No puzzle piece should be missing. We'll never have a complete puzzle. Even if we have all of the others intact, they will start falling apart because of one little piece missing. It's time for us to really bring out all the beautiful figuratives we've made to solve all the other complicated ones. Please, this is a wake-up call onto our world of a human race. Yes, we have color race, but let's focus on human race, the core, so that we can solve our color race, being black or white. I hope we peace still the storm, back to peace that has no storm, knowing that we are a human race. Whatever is happening in Cameroon is happening on us. You cannot ignore a pain, neither can you take just a palliative remedy, which is only for a short time of relief. You must find a cure to solve the problem so you don't get addicted to the palliative remedies. Palliative care is very good, but you must be able to enable the cure of the problem because the palliative care can become addictive. Keeping flesh is not our solution, but becoming a fullness of the mind, battlefield free. Thank you all for listening today and stay tuned for next Wednesday, another water day. The pouring of water is pouring of knowledge onto all minds, where water will be no more needed, but reversed to mind battlefield free. A journey to perfection must be accordingly, not fast paced, quitting flesh, quitting water, but the mind not complete will fall back. We need not build a bubble of a tower, but a steady of our being, the battlefield free mind, working together, educating each other together. Higher education should be fulfilled of expected, not humiliating those who have completed with PhDs and still struggling, but rather encouraging them to complete themselves of what they have on their paper. They should be able to reflect what they have on their papers. Graduation is coming. Encourage all to be able to reflect what they have acquired, of degree, of certificates. Thank you. Not abuse. Do not humiliate, but encourage them and tell them where they need to complete themselves. We are an identity of perfect peace. Let us keep on encouraging each other to wear on this perfect peace. Thank you. Through Christ. Christ, meaning the elevator. Through perfect peace. Christ is not the church Christ. Catholic is not the church Catholic, but the universal of our being. Let religion not despise our expected spiritual being called perfect peace. Thank you all for listening. Must we understand today, please, Christ meaning anointed one? It comes from a Greek word meaning anointed one. So when we use Christ, do not give someone a right over a word which belongs to everyone. It is time to become universal. Enough of building diversities. But understand our diversities exposing is for us to recover from our weaknesses back to one. One who is anointed is the meaning Christ. According to Wikipedia, it's time. It's time. Enough of the divisions of beings. Yet we honor everyone's beginning to the center of perfect peace. Thank you all for listening and reflecting with me. Happy Wednesday. Unto perfect peace. Peace stills the storm back to peace that has no storm, looking unto perfect peace.